Hi Scorpio, this is your September 2018 Tarot Fix. Thank you for checking out the reading, and I hope it's right on time for you. I think Scorpio's a divine feminine fire sign, or a fiery divine feminine is very relevant for you in the month of September. Either because you are a divine feminine who has significant fire sign in her chart, or you are a divine masculine who is concerned with a fiery divine feminine. And when I say fiery, or barely say it, it's in reference to either a Sagittarius, possibly Sagittarius, because the Temperance card showed up there at first too. Sagittarius, Aries, sorry, there's cat hair everywhere. Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. Or it could just be a divine feminine who exhibits the traits of a fire sign, someone passionate, beautiful, vital, very energetic, charismatic, bold, and friendly and sociable, just like the King of Wands. Okay, the Four of Cups is the card representing what's on your conscious level and at the level of your conscious activity in the month of September. So you have opportunities available to you, affection perhaps available to you. But you are at this time, possibly around the 9th of September, maybe as you entered September, or sometime in September, you step into this a significant moment for you where the energy is looking back on a particular opportunity that you seemingly willingly passed up on. It looks like this person tossed this cup, dropped it, wasn't that interested, and then just as it was lost, all they can focus on is then what they just threw away. Maybe that is the fiery divine feminine, the fire sign, the female fire sign, or it could be a masculine or male fire sign, and we're talking about his feminine traits, aspects, or side. It may be something that you, someone or something, whether the energy is a person, a group of people, a job, a way of life, a part of yourself that was running the show, that fiery feminine side. It looks like whatever it was, it may be something that you need to restrain yourself from going back to. Your subconscious level is showing strength on this matter. Though consciously you're looking back at whatever opportunity you've recently passed on, whatever you've recently thrown away, given up, tossed aside, whether it was in matters of love, emotional affairs, or work and money. It's an emotional issue for you, whatever it was originally that you've thrown away. But again, whatever it is that you're consciously re-examining on a subconscious level, you're showing strength. You're taming your desire, I think, to go back to it. Yeah, you're taming your desire to, well, to, as a metaphor, dive over that balcony and dangle from the tips of your toes, trying to grab the cup. I think both of these are indications that going after whatever you're looking back at wouldn't be healthy for you. That's what I see. That's what I see so far. Now, whether you're in that energy now, have been in that energy for a while, or have yet to find yourself stepping into that energy, sometime thereafter, which is soon for most of us, Scorpio, we're freeing ourselves from a limiting belief. Taking off a blindfold in some respect. And I think it's in regards to whatever opportunity we've just thrown away. I think we're probably acknowledging, you know, I had my chance at that person, thing, place, way of life, whatever the opportunity was. And I passed. I either didn't see its worth, its value, or I had a moment of carelessness. I'll let you look at these more closely now. Oh, I'm not quite ready to turn them to you, actually. But yeah, I think we're acknowledging, you know, I either had a moment of carelessness or didn't see that opportunity's worth. Most likely for most of us, it's because we just had so many different opportunities, so many different choices. There was some confusion, there were some fantasies, dreams, high hopes about our potential, what we were... well, I don't want to say our potential, but like what path we may take. We may have been fantasizing about something that was completely unrealistic, some of us, or even if not to that extreme, we may just, like I said, just have had a lot of different choices and have been daydreaming, actually as a productive, in a productive way about where we may end up, so as to see which path we most like to take. And in spending time deciding which path we wanted to go down, we may have missed that opportunity, you know. So but in any case, however we missed it, we're acknowledging that the painful ending that came about as a result of missing that opportunity, choosing to throw it away, was our choice. And we've maybe been, you know, in taking off the blindfold and freeing ourselves of these limiting beliefs, that we were somehow robbed of the opportunity. We step out of a victim mentality, many of us. And are able to do so by showing gratitude for these 3 cups that are left here. So we missed this opportunity, but the reason we missed the opportunity is because we had so many other choices. So maybe we didn't completely weigh this opportunity's worth. Maybe we didn't completely take into consideration how upset we'd be to see that one was gone, because we were so enamored by the fact that we had many choices, or how shiny some of the other ones were, or just how numerous and confusing and overwhelming it all was. It may not have been your fault at all, our fault at all, Scorpio, that we missed this. We may have been just overloaded with input. But in any case, we are so focused on the one that is lost, that we may have excused consciously, even maybe some of us, that we are now ignoring the opportunities that are left. And I dare say there were more than 3 and are at least 3 left. That's quite specific, but and of course it'll be slightly different for all. But this 9 of Pentacles is how you're going to process what you're going through, how your subconscious wants to communicate to you, is the best way to process that, what you're going to be faced with at this time in this month. And it suggests gratitude, standing independently on one's own, so facing this situation on your own, which we're more than capable of, but also and having to find that strength within on your own is it's a message of that as well, that only you can find that on your own. We can make sure that our mind, body, and spirit is nourished in such a way that we are prepared to handle things of this nature. But also, in standing on our own and in our independence, it advises that we suggests that we show gratitude for all that we have, and that is those opportunities that you have left, that we have left, Scorpio. And your advice card is then the 10 of Pentacles. So with the 10 of Pentacles showing as an advice card, right after the 9 of Pentacles offered really advice as well on how to handle this. It's also saying that something I think you have to be grateful for, a lot of you Scorpios already have to be grateful for, is that you don't just have those opportunities and you don't just have your independence, but a lot of you have the security and the comfort that the 10 of Pentacles suggests. You actually have mastered a skill, you have a raise or promotion on the table, a new job, something that you've worked for, that you have something to show for as a result, to show from as a result. And if not, then the advice is to show gratitude in order to continue working toward that type of security, in order to build it. And part of that may be acknowledging that success isn't always exactly what we think it's going to be. And in fact, success truly is that last stretch of work that anyone has to do before they get to put their feet up and enjoy the fruits of their labor. So the 7 of Pentacles tells you what will help you or hinder you in following that advice of the 10 of Pentacles. So if you want to achieve, if you want to maintain or aim for that type of security and financial wealth and abundance that the 10 of Pentacles suggests, of course the 7 of Pentacles is on the way. And this is a card of success. And you see that this character here is still working out, completing tasks to check and see if it's time to enjoy what he or she is waiting on. There's still work to be done. The sap still has to be collected. So success isn't, sitting with one's feet on the table and their arms behind their head and passing the wine and the bread around the table. Success is that last stretch of work, and acknowledging that is what is to be enjoyed as success, can help push you along in showing gratitude for those opportunities that are left, showing gratitude for the security that you already have in the Ten of Pentacles there, or the opportunities that you have to continue to work toward it. And that's exactly what we must be looking at here. Be careful. Sorry about all that noise in the background. My Siamese was being unruly again. Yeah, that's exactly what we're looking at here, Scorpios, is that the opportunities you have left can lead to this Ten of Pentacles success, this security. Like I said, it's the security that comes with mastering a skill, completing a degree, getting a promotion or a raise of some sort, that signing a contract with a company, something that offers you future security. I've seen the King of Cups twice, so I feel like it's in a field of healing work, counseling, some type of emotional or work that involves one's emotional intelligence, probably. And I also saw the Ace of Pentacles pop up there as well, flash through the deck as well there, which makes me think one of these opportunities could be for you to become financially independent and start your own business in the way of some type of healing emotional work. In any case, again, you know, be grateful for the opportunities that you have left, Scorpio. Acknowledge that those opportunities have the potential to help you maintain or continue to lead you toward the success and the financial and earthly abundance and wealth that you're ultimately seeking, that really ultimately all of us are seeking. There's this the human condition leaves us insecure as this person under the table. We all have this part of us that's always seeking that security, that really needs that sense of it. And again, what will help you is acknowledging and keeping in mind, staying aware of the fact that success is actually that last stretch of work. Knowing that you're capable of it. Showing the strength that it requires to get yourself there. It's probably telling that a clarifier is not coming up, as I don't know what it is that I'm really trying to clarify, because I feel like the message came through pretty clearly. And the Wheel of Fortune is showing on the bottom of the deck here. I feel like saying it may seem confusing to you, Scorpios, that you don't know or that you have had such an overwhelming amount of opportunities to choose from, that it ultimately led you to missing out on one that was clearly, in retrospect, quite weighty and important to you. It's ironic and it seems unfortunate, but it seems that at this time that is fated. It's fated for you to have that many opportunities. It's probably fated for you to have this painful ending to a cycle that left you feeling like you missed something. You missed out on something. You lost something that you couldn't quit thinking about, to the extent that you just had to withdraw, and you couldn't even focus on the other opportunity or opportunities you were being presented at that time. So it was not necessarily an opportunity that you missed. There are opportunities now that you may miss, but it's something, someone or something, a place or a person, a group of people even, that you had to leave behind, a cycle, a relationship, something had to end, and it was a painful ending. It may have been a painful cycle, and it was just so all-consuming. It may have been with a Leo, or it may have been something that happened in Leo's season. But it was just so all-consuming that you couldn't even pay attention to the other opportunities that were coming about, or have been coming about in September, or will be. Even though it looks like they are fated opportunities. So keep that in mind. and also, again, I do think it is fated for you to have so many at this time, for your focus to be distracted. You are on this path toward freeing yourself of limiting beliefs, which I believe is exactly what could lead to a Ten of Pentacles state, which is not your future card, where this is your future card, but it is your advice, I think, is to continue to aim for that state. And it looks like you're already inwardly achieving a Nine of Pentacles state. So the Ten of Pentacles is just right around the corner, where you're able to provide for other people. You have enough security for not only yourself, but possibly a family. And then you have the Three of Water in reverse as your future card. So that is its blocked position. Let's take a look. At the actual guidebook to jog my memory on this one. Yes, I don't have the, I'm not sure I've read the reversed of this actually. It says, this appears in order to caution us against weighing down a potential outcome with the burden of our expectations. Make sure your hopes and desires are realistic and let go of those that are not. Free yourself of the binding nature and weight of unrealistic expectations, and in doing so, allow the outcome you seek to manifest in its own way and time. Remember, the more you expect, the more disappointed you will be if the future you hope for does not unfold as you imagined. So some of you, Scorpio, some of us are hoping for something from the past, it looks like. And I've got to say, across the board, in general, it doesn't look likely that that thing is manifesting, at least not in the way we want it to, the way we hope for it to, by October. That just doesn't look likely. Instead, the advice is really to focus on our financial security, you know, focus on your wealth, your money, education, home, career, vocation, etc., and building that security and wealth. And don't expect, you know, this cycle to keep repeating. It was a painful cycle, a negative, painful cycle. It's over. It's ended. Don't expect to materialize a repetition, a copy of your past and your future, or to win a person back necessarily in any certain amount of time. I think that is what we're freeing ourselves of. What you find yourself, what you find you need to free yourself of in September, and most of you, I think, are capable of it and do so. With it showing up in reverse here, the Eight of Swords. What it is the binding nature and weight of unrealistic expectation for a lot of us. And you know, that can be a process that just takes time, because I'm seeing that we're met with it here in September, and I'm seeing that it's still an issue as you're moving into and even through October. That can just be a process that takes time, freeing yourself of the expectation of someone returning, or a person or group of people returning, or your expectation of yourself returning to a way of life that you've recently ended and freed yourself from, or the expectation of anything returning from your past, possibly a job, a home, but something that like I said, was a negative, painful cycle that needed to end, and the ending may have been painful too. So it feels likely that it could have been a relationship, or it could have been a job that needed to end for a long time and then ended up ending badly, poorly. An addiction. But it's something that you're, you know, you may have expectations of, either of it or them returning, or your expectations may be too high of what the picture of life after them looks like. You may be hoping for things to be, success to be so overwhelmingly great that it distracts you from that person or that old way of life, that old addiction maybe not being there. In any case, you're overwhelmed with your options and opportunities. So the message is definitely to focus on what you can build with the opportunities you have left. Leave this negative cycle behind you. Don't have expectations based on that negative cycle that's ended, whether it's because you want to see it again or you want to see something that's the exact opposite. That may be expecting too much or something too specific as well, right? Okay, so that said, I really do have to leave you there, Scorpios. But I do want to say that I really loved reading for you, and I really appreciate your likes and subscribes. So please do so if you haven't already. And thank you for all of your comments and your shares and your messages too. That's all very appreciated as well. And a special thank you goes to those who have supported the channel through donations and purchases. I'm truly grateful for our energy exchanges. And if you aren't if you are interested in a personal reading but aren't familiar with my services, check the description of this video down below, and you'll find all of my options there. And my email is lunartickstarot@gmail.com. And if you need a free personal reading from me, all you need to do is send your request to that email address. And there is currently a 4-week wait time for those. So just know that going into it. And I did want to say that as I get to 6 weeks of a wait time, I will probably stop taking requests until I catch up. So just know that's only going to go on for a little while longer as well, probably only throughout September, I would guess. But otherwise, if you need an alternative, there's a $10 quick fix reading that's a great alternative now. There's also a 24-hour rushed reading option as well, or a few of those rather. So there's also a Virgo season reading for you to check out if you want more free content that's available right now. There's a link in the description for that as well as information about all of the decks and the music, so you can find all of that there. I love you very much, Scorpios, and I will post another tarot fix for you as soon as I can.